One of the biggest trades in NFL history just took place this afternoon. The Denver Broncos traded for nine-time Pro Bowl quarterback Russell Wilson from the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks got quite the haul, some players and draft picks, and the Broncos got maybe the guy that's going to take their team to the next level that everyone's been saying, the Broncos are QB away. And now we're going to see what happens with Russell Wilson and the Broncos. Let's see what they do. Let's see, that division is absolutely wild with quarterbacks. You got Mahomes, you got Herbert, you got Wilson, you got Carr, all pretty damn good quarterbacks. And now you add Russell Wilson to that mix, as I just said. And wow, that division is going to be a tough one. And the Broncos felt like that's what they needed to do to go out there and really get a shot at this thing in the AFC. So I'd like to welcome you to the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. And if you enjoy sports content, football content, especially breaking news, make sure you like, subscribe, and put the post notification bell on so you don't miss any future videos. And we're going to get right back into this topic here. So the Seahawks received quite a bit, and the Broncos gave up quite a bit, of course. The Seahawks receive 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, a 5th-round pick, Drew Lock, Shelby Harris, and Noah Fant. Now, Drew Lock, I get it. You're just swapping quarterbacks, right? And the 2 first-round picks, I get it. The 2 second-round picks, I get it. The 5th, I get it. But I feel like Noah Fant, why would you trade him? I don't really know why you would trade him. Maybe the Broncos are thinking there's so much depth in the tight end class this year that they can maybe get someone later in the draft and then give Russell Wilson that opportunity to have another tight end and, just trade for him, I guess. They really had to make it appealing. I guess Russell Wilson, he's 33. So he's not necessarily, a lot of people are saying, he's a scrambling quarterback. He's 33. And I really think the same thing. He's 33, scrambling quarterback, and he started to get hurt a bit lately. But at the same time, that was the first time Russell Wilson got hurt in his career that really had a serious injury, honestly. There were times where he had some ankle sprains, he had some little stuff, but nothing that really held him out at all until that finger. Then after that finger, he really struggled. But nonetheless, he's a 33-year-old quarterback. And even though he's a scrambler type, he's a very smart quarterback. He's a very smart player. Russell Wilson may just be that guy that's going to bring this Broncos team to the next level. And even though the Broncos gave up a lot, it's really worth it if they go and win a Super Bowl and make a championship and do all that. That's what it's for. That's the point. That's the goal. If it happens, it happens. And then don't forget, quarterbacks really play their best ball in their mid-30s, late 40s, You could argue that Russell Wilson is just entering the prime for a quarterback. Even though he is a scrambler, Russell Wilson is a very smart quarterback, and he has the arm. He could still run a bit, so don't underestimate Russell Wilson. He's really going to take this team and really take them to the next level, and for the first time in his career, he's going to have a decent offensive line. The Broncos have a pretty good offensive line, definitely much better than the Seahawks. Weapons-wise, I don't think they're as dynamic, but I still think they're really solid. You have Courtland Sutton, who is one of the best high contested catcher guys in the league, one of the best catch and traffic guys. You have Jerry Jeudy, who has struggled to catch the ball at a consistent rate, but he is an amazing route runner. And then you have Tim Patrick, who has been a kind of an underrated guy no one really talks about. Everyone's waiting for the emergence of Jerry Jeudy. Everyone's focused on him and Courtland Sutton. Even Courtland Sutton hasn't even really gotten the talks and the praise that he should get, even though last year he didn't have the year that everyone was expecting, but he was coming off of a serious injury. I believe it was an Achilles tear or an ACL tear. Both are serious, but nonetheless, Russell Wilson is going to have some solid targets. KJ Hamler is a guy, young, fast, speedy. I think KJ Hamler is really, I think Russell Wilson is really going to enjoy these weapons, the offensive line, and then the running backs. You have Javonte Williams, who is one of the best young backs in the league, and he's going to really make his mark. Him, Russell Wilson, all those weapons at offensive line. This offense is definitely going to be capable of keeping up with the Chiefs and the Chargers and whoever they need to keep up with in the AFC. Because if you go back to last year when they played the Chiefs, when they played those high-powered offenses, they really tried to run the ball too much, and they really didn't make enough impact in the air with Teddy Bridgewater. So they're really not looking forward to go back to another mediocre quarterback. They're going all or nothing for a guy like Russell Wilson. But yeah, this offense is going to be able to be potent through the air and the ground, which they've really been missing. Which they really missed since Peyton Manning. Never really had that guy again. Teddy Bridgewater looked okay. Drew Lock had a few weeks where he looked okay. When he first came in, I believe it was his rookie year, he came in and he was good for a little while. Second year, he struggled. They never really found the guys since Peyton Manning. I think they had Paxton Lynch and Trevor Siemian. None of them really panned out, which is why we're here now, and they just traded for Russell Wilson. And they also received a fourth back, so that's not too bad. So yeah, that is really not bad at all. So, oh man, this Broncos offense is going to be scary. And then their defense is definitely one of the best in the league. This Broncos team definitely has a chance to really make a run at the division, in my opinion. Having a guy like Russell Wilson really changes everything. Russell Wilson's going to have a whole offseason to get healthy, to get himself right. And Nathaniel Hackett is a genius. He's very good with quarterbacks. He was just with Aaron Rodgers for 2 years for his 2 MVP seasons. He made Blake Bortles a much better quarterback than he really was in 2017. Really, when the Jaguars had that crazy defensive year, even though Blake didn't do too much, he still did pretty good. He still did what he had to do, even though he wasn't perfect. He wasn't great by any means. He just got by, which is why the Jaguars ultimately didn't get to the Super Bowl. But now the Broncos have someone that can really take them to the next level. This Broncos team really has a shot to go somewhere, so I'm really excited to see where they're going to go. I'm really excited to see what's next. I think the Broncos do need to maybe find a tight end now. I do think C.J. Uzomah may be a guy that hits the market. Maybe not. I don't know. David Njoku's going to hit the market. There's a lot of tight ends that are going to hit the market. A lot of depth in the draft, so there's plenty of options. So I guess we'll see where they go. So that's all I got for you guys today. And then the Seahawks, right? They got all those picks. So they're going to draft a QB maybe. Maybe they draft a QB next year, build, and then start that young QB next year, or, probably next year. I say draft Malik Willis, let him sit behind Drew Lock, even though Drew Lock, I don't think he's going to be a great mentor. I don't think he's a great leader. I don't think he has that fire that you want from a franchise guy. So you may not have that there, but there's going to be something there that you could have, someone that's been in the league for a few years at least, I guess. Or you're going to have Pete Carroll, trying to coach a guy up like Malik Willis, who's kind of similar to Russell Wilson a little bit in some ways, but not fully. But yeah, it's going to really be interesting in seeing how both of these sides pan out, because I don't really believe in it's not that I don't believe. It's just that you can't properly grade a trade when it first comes out. You got to see how they play out. You got to see how they run its course. You got to see how both sides deal it. You got to see how Russell Wilson plays. You got to see how the Seahawks, or what the Seahawks do with the draft picks. You got to see if the Broncos win a Super Bowl, because that's really, because when you're giving up this kind of haul, you better go in a Super Bowl. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for tuning into the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome in today. Talked about Russell Wilson, the big blockbuster trade. It was an awesome trade. One of the biggest trades in history. One of my friends in math class just told me like a half hour before we left school, and I couldn't keep concentrating in school. I couldn't keep focus. But now we're here. Now we talked about it. You guys let me know your opinion. Are the Broncos Super Bowl favorites? Just let me know if you think so. That's going to be it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and put the post notification bell on so you don't miss any future videos. And I'll catch you later. This is a JDW Sports Talk Show signing off.